What's happening, everybody? Nick Martinez, the Keto Dad here, and guess what? Today we are making one of my absolute favorite keto treats and snacks, dessert, whatever the heck you want to call it. It has chocolate in it, it has peanut butter in it, and what we call them, let me just make sure I get the right language here. We call them keto peanut butter almond bites. They're so good. They have peanut butter in them, they have chocolate in them, they have almonds in them. What more can you ask for? So, type your favorite keto treat in the comments if you're watching us, watching the replay. Tell me what you love. We're going to get started and just get going here. So first thing I have is a 1/4 cup of butter softened. So I'm going to throw this in here. Hey, babe. Yeah. Would you mind finding the mini muffin tin things? So we got a 1/4 cup of butter. We got a 1/4 cup of peanut butter. You know, I don't think I actually softened the peanut butter yet. Let me do that real quick. All right, if you just hopped on, type where you're watching from in the comments. How are you breaking your fast today? Would love to know. And have you ever made these peanut butter almond bites? They're delicious. What's up, Julia from Sedalia? How are you? All right. We've got butter in here. We've got a little peanut butter mixed together. Now, the combination of these two things allows them to harden up real nice. We still keep them in the freezer, so they have a great consistency. They actually have a little crunch to them when you keep them in the freezer. Of course, with the almonds, that helps. So we got peanut butter in here so far. We got a little bit of butter in here. Now we're gonna add in a vanilla and our swerve. And for the vanilla, I've got 1 teaspoon right here, and then a tablespoon of our sweetener. Just 1 tablespoon of sweetener. Actually, I take that back. Do you mind if I get rid of this?
No.
It always just falls off.
That's
Anyways.
one from the time.
Oh, is it? Back in the day, how long have you been eating keto or low carb? How long have you been low carb or keto? Type in the comments. We've been 9 years. And when we started 9 years ago, there was only one game in town when it came to sweeteners. It was Swerve. And Swerve was a straight erythritol blend. Or not blend, straight erythritol, no blending whatsoever. So the biggest complaint about Swerve was it had a very significant aftertaste, or like a cooling effect. If you remember that, type I remember that. If you're new in the last 3 years, you probably never experienced that. So what we discovered back then is if you combined liquid stevia along with Swerve, it would counteract. What's that? Which is erythritol, straight erythritol, no blend. We created our own blends. Well, the sweetener companies kind of figured this out, and now if you go buy any sweetener, generally it's a blend of some sort. So tell me what blend you have.
Even if
I would love to know.
Monk fruit, it's not.
Yeah,
Actually.
it's funny. They're marketing monk fruit with this. I didn't put the camera around. And this is one we literally ran out of our normal stuff, and I found this. We got it it's actually expired last month. We got it years ago. I'm like, shoot, we've never used it. Zen Sweet. They market it as monk fruit, but the reality is it's erythritol, inulin, and monk fruit. It's a monk fruit blend. So there's more erythritol and inulin than there is actually monk fruit, which is interesting. So let's see who's on. We got Rosalie. How are you? Hey, Paula. You remember that. Hey, Regina. How's it going? What's the best blend to eliminate the cooling aftertaste? Honestly, my favorites are the Whole Earth and the Lakanto are really good. And what did we just have? The new Swerve.
Allulose. The new Swerve has allulose and erythritol, I think.
Yeah, the new Swerve was actually pretty good. It did not tend to have...
Swerve is the brand, not the type of sweetener.
Swerve used to just be erythritol, and now they've expanded their horizons. All right. Everyone has allulose. Type where you're from in the comments if you just hopped on. We are in the middle of making our keto peanut butter almond bites. The link should be active in the post. We have 1/4 cup butter softened, 1/4 cup peanut butter, 1.5. So we got 1 teaspoon vanilla. We did a little bit extra on the sweetener because the recipe called for liquid stevia in addition. Just gonna add a little bit more. I think I already did that though. So now we're just stirring this together. This is like the binder. This is the liquid goodness that's going to hold it all together. And we have our sliced almonds. Now let me ask you, do you currently have sliced almonds? If you have almonds that are already sliced, type I have them. If you buy these at Target or your typical grocery store, you will spend a lot of money. But usually just buy 1 or 2 bags and you can make a recipe like this. But we buy these in the 2-pound bags from Costco or Sam's Club. This looks like Sam's Club. For like, I don't know, $14, $12. Saves you a ton. And then you can make all sorts of fun recipes like this. Do you have sliced almonds? If you have them, type I have them. What's up from Luck, Wisconsin? Hey, Carol. Hey, from Alabama. What's up, Gina from Brooklyn in the house? Hey, Connie from Kentucky. Regular almonds, Paula. So you can always slice up your own almonds, right? You don't have to buy them sliced. You can slice them yourself or sliver them. So this recipe or any other recipe that calls for sliced almonds, of course, you can just make them your own. All right, now that that's mixed together, last ingredient here are our chocolate chips. Now, I got these from Costco. They are Bake Believe. Lily's is another great option when it comes to chocolate chips. And I need a 1/4 cup. Hey, Kathy from Canada. How are you? All right, 1/4 cup chocolate chips. I mean, chocolate and peanut butter, you can't go wrong. If you've made this before, type I've made it. If it's new to you, make sure you hit share so you can save this thing to your timeline so you can have access on demand because it is that good. Another family-friendly dump recipe. This is one that the kids enjoy coming home from school. It's one, maybe you're like me in that after dinner or kind of after lunch sometime, you just need... Keto Boss Babe used to always deem a palate cleanser. She'd have a piece of chocolate as her palate cleanser. And I enjoy having something that's a little bit sweet to just kind of signify, I'm done eating. If you know what I'm talking about, type yes, or type I've been there. I like having these type of things that are homemade, and I know exactly how much or how little of everything is in them because then I can control it. Whereas the one that I've been kind of my go-to recently has been the little peanut butter cups from Costco that are low carb. But at the end of the day, those are highly processed and they're not as good for you. Whereas this, it's literally almonds, some peanut butter, a little bit of butter, some chocolate chips, and some sweetener. So these are a high quality option, I would say. Now, the labor intensive part here is simply love chocolate. What's up, Barbara from Myrtle Beach? You, Renee. Yes. Okay, you guys can all relate with this palate cleanser thing. I don't know. Just recently, I feel like Chrissy used to be with chocolate. I'm like, I just need something a little sweet. Just take the edge off. All right, so cookie scoop is a must-have for these cookies. Just makes it so much cleaner and easier. Is it required? No. Can you still do it without it? Absolutely. So what we're doing here is just getting these into our muffin cups. This is the mini muffins. Here's another question. Do you have a mini muffin tin? If you have one, type have one in the comments. If you have a mini muffin tin, check this out. So good. It's Kathy, inulin is often in some of the sweeteners. So you just have to look at the sweetener you're buying and then make sure that it doesn't have inulin. Like, for example, the one I just put in here has inulin. And inulin won't always cause a blood sugar spike. What it will often for people, the biggest complaint is it just causes gas, which isn't necessarily the greatest thing. However, if you get monk fruit from the monk fruit erythritol blend, either from Lakanto or from Whole Earth, which you can find on Amazon, you will find that it does not have the inulin, so you'll be good to go. Can you use a different nut? Of course you can. You know, all of these recipes, you can do whatever, like, have some fun with them. Biggest thing I've learned since becoming the keto dad, making recipes, is that every recipe is just a version of some other recipe that you decided you wanted to make a little bit different. And I realized the more I watch people cook that you can just be creative. You want to try this with walnuts or pecans? This would be really good with pecans. Although pecans and peanut butter, I'm not sure how that would go. If you all were to do a different nut aside from almonds, what nut would you try? What nut would you try? What's up from Ohio? You have two. You need to get one, Renee. That seems like a great thing for a Christmas list. You know, spouses, parents, grandparents are always asking, what can I get you for Christmas? And I never know what to tell them. But if you need an idea, if you don't have a cookie scoop, add that to your Christmas list for your husband or your family or your daughter or whatever. If you don't have a mini muffin tin, add that. If you need the mini muffin cups, add that. I'm just giving you ideas here of what to ask for Christmas. I need somebody to give me ideas. My mom is amazing, and she loves doing Christmas gifts, and I always have trouble, though, because she hits me. What do you want for Christmas? I'm like, I don't know. Let me look. I'll think about it. What do you want for Christmas? And she'll start asking me in October, knowing that it takes me forever, and then a lot of times she just has to go figure it out. I try to give her fun ideas, and she usually comes up with some fun kitchen things. Yeah. Cashews. Ooh. What aisle is the monk fruit in at Costco? Sherry, every Costco is so different. My Costco doesn't carry it at the moment, so couldn't tell you if yours does or not. You'd have to look. Generally, it's in the aisle with the sweeteners, though. Where normal sugar is, they usually have the low-carb sugar next to it. So check that aisle out. Sweeteners and flours. All right. Load this guy up. I have like a little bit left, and I already filled all 24, so I'm kind of gonna use my fingers here and put some extra in some of these and just make them a little bit more. There's some that are a little light. Yeah, they definitely are a little different. Oh, but it would be good with peanuts. Ooh, I think you're right. That is a good idea. You know what? Hang on. Let me grab a spoon. With my fingers here. And oh man. I'm not gonna lie. Delicious. Sherry, next time you're at Costco, just ask somebody, and they may not have it. SamsClub.com is where we've gotten some Swerve bags recently, but also Amazon has all the sweeteners. Really good. All right, guys. These are just sliced almonds, raw, natural, nothing on them. So, this is my treat for the day. It's low carb, it's keto friendly. Hope you all have an amazing day. I'm gonna stick it in the freezer, and then I'll put these in Tupperwares. I'll transfer them to Tupperwares, and then you will be able to snack on them throughout the next week. So, have a good one. I hope you have an amazing day. Keep it simple, keep it fun, keep it keto. We'll talk to you soon.